Hi guys, welcome to Benny's Designs. Welcome to part 2. Sorry about that. It's I had a phone call and then everything went dead. So this is part 2 of Live Thursday. I'm playing in Procreate, and I've taken a photograph, and I have taken a photograph. Beg your pardon. Just tweeted a tweet. Not very good at tweeting, but there we go. So hopefully that might be okay. So sorry about that, guys. So this is part 2. I'm working in Procreate, and I've been messing about with all the brushes and having a play, and I've managed to find one that I kind of like. Oh, it's not kept me. Beg your pardon. Procreate. What have I done with Procreate? Ah, there we are. What I can show you is, this is how I did it earlier. So it was a photograph taken from Manchester. So I take all the dark out first, then I draw where I think the ivy and the creepers would go, and then I was playing about with some. But now we've done a lot of playing, so there's a lot on here. So we're playing with this, lots of different things. I played every button that we had on Procreate. So there's every button until I started to mess about with the nice leaves. Tried some flowers and then decided to go with the leaves. So we should have all green leaves, and then we should have a tone darker. So we should have a shadow leaf going up now. And then we should have a very pale highlight leaf, which I'm starting now. And that's where we are so far. And here we have it. It looks quite white, but it is actually a yellow. It's a yellow. So I've got a bit of a smudge on there. So if I just do that, if I tap back, I can get rid of those smudges. Oh, that's good. That's good. Right. So we're here now. I've got quite a large brush, and I'm using this particular one, which is Artist Oil Paint, and I'm using it kind of a bit runny and a bit kind of almost very oily. So it's kind of just squishing across the page, literally. And it's not on too thick. It's quite a kind of it's not full strength, so I kind of like that. So I'm going to use this across, and then I can always tone it down a bit and do something else. Some of the other things I'm going to do kind of really fine detail, but this particular one is not going that way. This one is just kind of can't grip and cannot really draw with my right hand at the moment. So I like the effect. So it's kind of, it's not quite, it's a highlight of a leaf, which is a bit strange because of course we've got all the dark backgrounds. I'm just going to do this one. I must have forgotten to do this one. So it's going to get rather crowded around here until we get up to this bit. And then we want to go the darker one. I think that's the one. And I've named, again, you see, you can go back if we want, we can go back, but I actually kind of liked that. The only way I would do it is down here when it was going to be kind of darker. You could take off some of your highlights, because obviously the highlighted leaves will be high up. They wouldn't always be all dark. So again, I kind of like that idea, is that you don't have... And these are quite big, these. I did make them a lot bigger, I think. And I had a very dark... it's actually there, but you can't see it. Of course, the darks look so much darker when they're next to a highlight, and the highlights are so much lighter when they're next to a dark. So welcome back to part 2. Oh, hi Suzanne, welcome back. Thank you. Sorry for that. I'd forgotten that unfortunately I had a phone call I needed to take, so just see if we can... I kind of like that. Again, I'm going to put quite a lot of dark down here. So I'm home alone now, I think, with the dogs. Her being that everybody's just all come back, all at once, just when the phone is rung. Oh my goodness, sorry guys. My wrist is smarting, and it's not my right wrist. I don't know why my left wrist hurts. Oh, I know why, because I answered the phone with the left hand. You see, I've got to not stop doing that. Really have to stop doing that. Oh, I quite like that. I quite like that. They're not quite roses, but they're kind of floral. But now I have to get serious, and I might stick with the oil brush, but I've got to get kind of green. Now I want some olive greens. Let's have a look at some greens. There's a lot of greens that I really don't like. That's kind of a pale one. That I kind of like that one. We'll go for that one. Goodness sake, Mrs. You dipstick. I've just made thousands of colours that I didn't want. That's it. I've made one. So I now need to find... Oh, that's nice. Too tiny perhaps, but very nice. I like that one. Again, it's the same. I wonder if I use the tip. Yes, please, darling. They're coming out quite pale, but actually they're not. So I think I want that to be actually quite small, I think. And one thing I wanted to test was So at least I know that I like that. And it's a completely different green, and it got that kind of ivy, but I need to be on the ivy level. So, right, we're on the ivy. So let's see what we can. Just want. No, just need something that's. Oh gosh, sorry guys, don't know what I did there.
Oh, that's right.
Alfie's Suzanne, Alfie's got new. What? Where's his new toy?
Alfie, go get your new toy.
What's Alfie got?
Go get it. Mommy got you it. Go get it.
He's been such a naughty boy. Yeah, he gets a new toy. Alfie, fetch it. Show mommy. What Alfie got? Alfie's got a new toy.
Alfie,
Fetch it here. What he got? Show mommy. Mommy have. He says no, mommy not having it. Alfie, what we got? Mommy. This is Alfie's new ball that he can wreck. Alfie have it. Oh my goodness, yes. I got it, mommy.
I saw it and thought of you.
Yeah, so Alfie has a new toy.
That's so spoiled.
He's got bits of toys all over the sofa.
And it looks because do you know we bought them mice toys from Home Bargains, and Betsy absolutely adored them. Got them for Christmas. They don't do them anymore. They don't do any cat toys in Home Bargains anymore. And the dog toys, that was 80p.
Was that on 80p?
80p.
I paid about £8 for that other one.
Know, 80p, and I was like, for something he's just going to destroy, might as well.
Yep, 80p. You can live with that one. Alfie normally destroys everything.
Are you sucking it, Alfie? That's not what you're supposed to do, darling. What are them two sounds?
Oh, I don't know. Pigs is starting on Dexter, and Dexter's. Oh dear.
Oh, you've got this.
Oh yes, Suzanne. We give it 5 minutes. He normally destroys indestructible toys in 5 minutes. That's his normal time limit. It will be in tatters because that's what he does with it. He sucks it until it just destroys itself. So yeah, it won't last long in this house. So 80p is good because we bought one of those giant tennis balls that he couldn't even get his mouth round. And indestructible, yeah, it took about 4 minutes. I'm just going to see if I can erase this. Oh, look. Oh, I have a very large eraser on auto.
You stay away from me. Yeah. Where's your toy? Huh? Where did it go?
Alfie?
You're too spoiled for your own good, you are.
Oh, I kind of like that. It's there is a difference. I know it doesn't look like there's a difference. Let me see if I can play. Let me see if I can play with the colors and see if I can get it any better. So welcome back, guys. Sorry about that. I had a bit of a moment. Let me see if I can play with the colour. Yes, that's better. That's better. Hopefully that's okay. Hopefully, whoopsie, that's okay. Yeah, that's better. So you can see it's a cream, but that's a deep, that's a pea, a very, very bright green is that. So I haven't got my greens right. But I kind of like this. I mean, it's not going to be the best. I'm just tapping. If you use it like this, you get some, but you've got to use your thumbs a bit for that. So it's, again, not probably. A good idea, and we'll follow that around. And I'm going to put other colors with this, but this one is kind of a backgroundy kind of a, and then out of nowhere that comes out. I think that one goes up there, doesn't it? Yeah, that one comes up there. And this one comes down here. So at least I can create some kind of decent things, even though I can't do too much detail. So I'm quite happy with that. It'll be fine. And they are very similar brushes, just smaller. And again, when you want it to disappear, we're just going to do darker ones, that's all. So of course there are some greenery things already hanging out there, so it's quite funny. So it should be about that size. So I think that looks okay. Again, I like the fact we can kind of really get in there. And then when it goes in the back there, I shall I love the fact my left hand is doing this. My left hand is doing this. It's probably why it hurts. Oh dear. There we go. Oh, thank you, Suzanne. Oh, that's sweet. Oh, again, Suzanne, he will. He devours ropes like you would not believe. We've had one this big, as big as a football, and he got it for Christmas. And before Christmas night was over, it went in the bin. The only one he does have is the one you can put peanut butter in. He likes that one, but he doesn't like it particularly because he's bored with it because he can't destroy it. Yeah, you would not believe his mouth. It's not built like anything else. The rope ones, you think the last one was about £8.99, £10. It was called Indestructible. It didn't last 2 hours. And it was huge. It was 3 times the size of that one. He couldn't get his mouth around it, but he did. So I don't know what it is with Alfie, but he sucks them. That's what he does. He sucks them and makes little bits. He does the same with tennis balls. He sucks them. And then when he gets a little straggly bit, rip. But yeah, he can go through. In fact, I think we've got one on the floor, actually. Yes, this is a rope one. This isn't very old. Yep, that's a rope. You see? That didn't last long either. Yeah, it does not take him long to do this. I mean, this actually, that would look quite nice on here. Yeah, that is an indestructible rope ball. Yeah, not in Alfie's mouth. Yes, I should have done. Yeah, I should. I could not believe it. I went, there you go, love. Get that one. No chance. And the tennis balls, he's had a tennis ball about as big as a melon, and he cannot physically get his mouth around it. And it's as hard as a tennis ball. It's not rock hard, but it's as hard as a tennis ball. And that was another one, indestructible, because you can't get the mouth around it. And I don't think he had that one 2 days. He can do a tennis ball in about half an hour. The only other one he can't destroy is the one with the pimples on it. It's got little pimples and it squeaks. But every other toy he's ever had, no chance. The Kong ones are the only ones. But yeah, Mr. Destructor. He's the Destructor. That's what we call him. The Destructor. Because he can just have anything. Doors, door frames, window frames, wood. Anything you put in his mouth, he's the Destructor. Yes, yeah. And he's a bit stupid because he's devoured a complete side of one of the cupboard doors in the kitchen. It's nowhere near a door into the lounge. It's nowhere near a door, but he's just eaten it because he wanted to eat through it, and he's just eaten it. But we are talking Alfie here, so there's no logic. There's no logic because we're talking Alfie. Alfie doesn't have logic. He doesn't have normal. He doesn't have sane. He just has Alfie's world. I'm sure I showed you the video of him eating his monkey, pulling the brains out of his monkey Christmas morning. 30 seconds. His lovely monkey friend to pull about and take around with him had no brains within 30 seconds. The whole stuffing was all over the floor. Yeah, it was a funny Christmas one. He's definitely not normal, isn't our Alfie? Oh, it's not on that level then. So which level is it on? On that level? No, is it on? Is it on that level? Yep, I can draw it, but I've taken my drawing off, but never mind. Yeah, it's looking okay. It's okay for a very quick abandoned place. Yes, we say we just have no logic when it comes to Alfie. No logic whatsoever. And he looks so it looks distraught. It's broken. It's not. It's broken. It's my favourite thing. It's broken. So what do you think? Yeah, but you did it. And he's running around then like, oh, it got broken now, mummy. Yes, it's your mouth that did it. He has that sad little look, and then he'll lie down and go, oh, as if to say, oh, I'm sad now because it's broken. Yes, we do know if Alfie talks. Alfie would talk like this. Alfie talks like this. I didn't mean it, mummy. I was sorry, mummy. My toy broken now. So, yeah, he was christened quite a long time ago, the Destructor. And that's from the Ghostbusters. Think of anything fluffy and kind and nice. And I think he did Mr. Stay Puft Marshmallow, which of course means nothing to us in England at all. But we just think of fluffy, delicious, gorgeous looking Alfie. He's still a Destructor. So I can always go back in here with a bit more detail a bit later, but I'm just enjoying myself at the minute. There's the Destructor opening the door. I need to put some darker leaves on here though, because I think that's a bit big. I like smaller leaves. I do like this nice wrought iron work on here. This is quite nice. Oh, hi, Kingo. Welcome back. I think I got knocked off. Thanks for stopping by, guys. I'm just having a last minute kind of flurry on here. I have to say the wrist is getting a bit ugh now. It's I'm trying not to use the thumb, so it's very haphazard. But I always think that Ivy especially is a bit haphazard anyway. So, but I do like these large leaves. I think they have kind of a nice appeal. And then we've got that lovely carved area here. So I just wonder if I wash it out a bit too much, maybe. Oh, that might be a bit better. The brightness seems to have gone up a bit as well. Oh, sorry guys, a bit scary. It's a nice red bricks as well, so I think it's the iPad though. I think it's just the iPad colours that are kind of a bit I like the big swirly ones, so they look quite good, I think. And then I can tone these down. So where the ivy comes out will be light, but where the ivy goes in, I'll put more of the dark in. So I'll do that really quickly now. So we've got that one, which I think is there. So I kind of like that one. No, I'm going to do it properly. Look at this one. We're going to look at what it looks like, where it is. It's right up top. So I think I'm going to go half in the middle there. Put that next to it. Delete that one. Oh, I did it again. I can see these black ones now. No, don't do that. We'll delete that one. And we'll delete that one. And we'll delete that one. So I only need to go back to there. We'll go there. And we'll go there. And we'll. So that's our contrasting green. So this is going in. Yep, on that one. So because, oops. I think I might have it just a bit big, that one. I think that's maybe a bit big actually. I don't like that. I'm going to get rid of that. It's a bit big. Make sure we're on our ivy leaf. And I think I'm going to go for that one. Put that one there. And make that size. And then when we go here, no, it's still the wrong, it's all the wrong color. It's got to be a darker color, and it isn't. So I don't like black, so we'll go for that color. Go see where that is. So we're going to have to go right down here. So it really is very dark. Just want to give it a little bit of kind of you see that one going in, so that one goes in the background there. just faintly see that. And again, that what makes the difference. It's in the sunlight and in the dark. So I think I like that. So carry on. Again, that can go a bit dark. You guys are miles away now. I'm miles away. And I need to put the yellow spring back in the step. Yes, it looks really nice, isn't it? That, yeah, thanks. I'm sure I'll be fine. Yes, I like that. I've just managed to get some going in the background and some coming back out again. And you can just see some inside. It looks slightly better. Oops, I'm on the wrong one. First. And see if we can just rub that off. Yep, good. Go to that one. Go back to that one. We want the very dark green. And we can push that one in here and here as well. And again, I think that one's all right, but I think here. Oh my goodness, sorry guys, I didn't realize that it was so silly. I really messed up the I've made a boo-boo of that. Let me just do that, guys. That's it. Restore defaults. Restore defaults. There we go. hopefully that's a bit better. Oh, touching the wrong pen with the wrong pen. That's a bit better. Yes, I kind of like some of these go behind and some go in front. And again, I've got the dark one, so I've got put the dark one in there. Dark in there. Sometimes if something's underneath, you just know it's not going to have as much. It's not going to have as much. So let's have a look. So we have the medium olive colour. Seems to be an awful lot of leaves because ivy seems to get absolutely everywhere. I do want to try to put some wildflowers on my other ones, but I kind of like this one. So if I just unplug this, because I'm bound to have a bit of an accident. And turn it round to normal, about normal size. And if I just zoom out one, drink my tea. So that's my altered. Oh, I've got some snowflakes to put in. Yay! So we've got some snowflakes. So let's have a look. Because it's touch, I can do this. So we found some elements, didn't we? So we had snow. And of course, we want to be white. It's just like magic. little snowflakes. Goodness me, so you've got like little snowflakes. Don't know if I like that. May just rethink it. I think I might like small snowflakes. Again, you can play about with what you like. If we have big snowflakes, not keen on those. That's nice. Oh, I tell you what I might do. Of course, thinking about it, in case I want to make a boo-boo. I want to create another layer and call it snowflake. So that means I can either just put a few where I want. I don't think I like that. I think I wanted to kind of draw them in myself, so I'd have to go to sketching, technical pen, the very tiny pen, fine tip pen, I think, and little tiny snowflakes. Little tiny snowflakes. I think I like my little tiny snowflakes, handmade ones. Not very neat at the moment, I have to say. So thanks for stopping by, guys. I'll put some on the ground and then add flames. I kind of like it. It's okay for what I've, for what it is. Like maybe the snowflakes in the window. I can't make my mind up. Oh, I wish my hand would go the right way around, but it won't. Sorry, guys. Hand's not doing what I want it to do today. It's probably had enough. So I've got 1 or 2 little snowflakes. We'll put one on there. But again, tiny things like this we can put in afterwards. I kind of like the fact that it's like when you work with a palette knife. It's big and chunky, and it's kind of expressive. There's too much black background. It will be okay when I've got them all the little things in. There'll be lots of little things in here. And we've got some daylight, because we want some daylight on our things as well. But it's only pretend. It's only pretend. We can get some snow in there if we really wanted. Abstract. Oh, is that snow? It was. I didn't do snow. So if you make that smaller, get a smaller amount in the windows. You get a smaller amount. I think I like the bigger snow, really. It's like we don't really want smoke coming out, really, do we? Looks like it's smoking a pipe now. If I hold it up like that, it looks like it's smoking a pipe. I like my little snow. Oh, I've got stars because I haven't got my snowflakes. I haven't got rid of my snowflakes yet, have they? So that's as far as we've got to. Thanks for joining, guys. Have a wonderful weekend. I've no idea of the time. Let me have a look at the time. I don't know what else pops on now. Oh, it's only 4:30. Wishing the time away. But Marissa have just about had enough. So I kind of like, oops, I've got a bit of snow on there. Because if you touch with your fingers, you can draw with your fingers. Because remember, I don't have recognition turned off. So thanks, guys, for for stopping by. Have a wonderful afternoon. Just finished my tea. I do have another hour and a half. Excuse me. Oh, thank you, Suzanne. Thank you. It's okay. It's not finished. I had thought about starting another excuse me, I had thought about starting another painting, but I'd really better not. I wanted to paint one of these, I think. I don't know which one I like best. This Alfie. Excuse me, of course, but I need to finish Little Man, but he will be on this screen on here. Oh, excuse me. So there's Little Alfie, which I'm using Painter 2019, Coral Painter. Oh, sorry guys. So what we've got is I've got a little mushroom. So this is Medibang, and it's free and it's on the iPad. And again, when you first look at it, you've got so many tools. I do it simple. I have got 3 layers. I've got the mushroom layer, I've got the drawing layer and a background. But I keep forgetting where I am with them on this particular one. But I was messing about, and I think I'm using. I don't know what I'm using. Wait a minute. What am I using? Acrylic is what I'm using. But again, if you look up here, you've got all sorts of other things as well. So I just wanted to try and get a mushroom. Oh, that's made it worse. With a gradient. So we've got some darks, and I wanted to play with shadows. And again, we can twist that. And this is what makes it easy. So going to the color wheel, and I just tap. I don't mess about doing anything else. Again, just once. And I do like the fact that this one just glides across. Now I do have a screen protector on mine, but and of course my lines are very wobbly. And what I've been doing is going back to white. If I've made a boo-boo, been going back and making them round again. So this one. But again, there's no reason why they can't have a highlight. So we can get rid of all sorts. And again, you've got to be comfortable. That wrist has got to be comfortable. And if you do it like that, you can use it. So I like the fact it's free. I will be doing... I'll be drawing them. I'm going to be drawing some mushroom pages over the next. Sorry, guys. Wrist. I'm going to draw some mushroom pages in Art Rage, Medibank, Procreate, and Art Rage, and then I shall be colouring them in. But I shall also be doing a painting of the mushrooms. So I'll be using them as a drawing, as a colouring in, and as an artist. And then I'll see which one I like best, which one's the easiest to use. You probably find different ones are best to use for different things. Again, you see, got to remember to do this so that I get that lovely line. And it's quite funny because, as I put in that video, as one door closes, a window opens. This is going to make me digitally draw my mushroom pages. And so that's the size of it. It's actually on that size. And so when I went on the backgrounds, I was playing with some deep size of the brush. Again, I like the back button here. Where's my brush size? It's always difficult when you're swapping opacities up here. I'm sure the brush size, there it is, size, I want it to be quite big now. Oh, no, even bigger than that. I want it to be, I want to kind of so when I've done this, I now need the opacity to kind of drop down so we kind of have a darkening effect. And then we can put, maybe that's the wrong green, but just to pretend we've got some large foliage going on. And then under here it was going to be quite white. And again, if I go over the top of this, because I want to get this kind of effect. And I don't care about pixelation, but I don't care that my brush is slower because I have a lot of things open on this. So if I go back on my mushroom layer and I get my eraser and I blow this up. Oh, sorry, wrong one. undo. If I go back on that layer. And make the eraser a bit bigger. I can take the mushroom off. All the way around and have that lovely background. And I couldn't do that again if I did it the other way. So I've just kept the mushroom shape. And I need to make that smaller. Again, I can do a lovely background.
Yeah. Right.
Yes, darling. So I can do a lovely background and oh no, I keep moving that wrist. Little boy, every opportunity to steal the cat food, and there it goes. So again, it's not perfect, but I've changed it again. Oh, thank you, Suzanne. Ow. I must remember to keep the wrist like that. So when we go back on this, the drawing layer, what I can do, you can have a soft edge, you can have a hard edge, small. Again, you can change it around to be the other way around, but of course I was left-handed a while ago. I was left-handed, I'm now not, but I was. So, oh, I've still got eraser. I've still got eraser on, that's why. So I need to go back to normal size, back to opacity. But again, if you want to build layers up, I can build layers up. So you can do all sorts. I don't think I want to do that colour though. Let's take the opacity down so it's that's strong. Let's take it down there a bit and see. Can you see you're building it with like wet acrylics. And there's all sorts of other settings down here as well, but I don't bother with those so much. I suppose you could do. You could name the acrylic if you wanted a certain one.
Where did you get them polka dot tablecloths from?
Boys. Why is one being destroyed?
No, but I was thinking, Hamish wheezing if you put it on the sofa.
Oh yes.
Because
yeah.
evenly on our surface.
Yes. Are we going to tell everybody that we're going to adopt Amy? I think Daddy will leave home. Let's just have a look really quickly.
Come on, baby.
There is a little boy. Have I got a photograph of him? There's a little boy here. Is that the rain?
Yeah.
We've got rain, guys. We've got rain. We've got rain and thunder. The sky's gone black. Oh my goodness. Oh, we needed rain. We needed some rain. We needed some rain. So you can do some light washes, but I don't know if I wanted that colour or not. Oh my goodness. Sorry guys, the dogs are ill. So Hamish looks like Bungle, and he has a wee problem. He And the lady that wanted to adopt Bungle said that she would take him. But she brought him back because he's got a wee problem. Well, we're quite used to wee problems, so we think we may have to have Bungle 2.0. And Bungle does need someone to play with because Betsy, bless her, as much as he loves her, she's old. And he wants to jump on her and play fight, and she really doesn't want to do that. So we're going to have a word with the vet tonight about Bungle's nose, just to make sure that he's not infectious.
I'm just going to keep the dogs out because he's never experienced a thunderstorm.
Who? Bungle?
Bungle, so I don't want him to be that scared.
Can you just pull the windows to gently, because we don't really...
No, he's scared.
He's seen snow, he's not scared. Oh my goodness, if that daughter ever has babies, we're going to be in so much trouble. We're going to be in trouble. So I wanted a very dark door, so I need a nice brown.
He's scared. Come on.
Need a nice brown.
Come on.
Yeah, I like a nut brown. I'm not into red browns. I like a nut brown. So we're having a nut brown door.
Let's not get scared.
The only thing Bungle's scared of is not having his dinner on time. Yeah, and that's the pressure of poking a nose. So I want some dark now. So again, you can see here what I'm doing with it. That's like a light wash. But I want this, but I want it dark because I kind of unfortunately my hands are not very neat, but you can see the little circle of, they call it the parallax, don't they? But I think it's pretty good, and it works for me, especially with my right hand. But when you do it, it's spot on. So where your tip of the pencil is where your paintbrush is, and that's all I want to ask. Can't ask any more. That's quite nice. That just some kind of, oops, you see, I can't do lines. I need to do sweeping lines, and I can't really do that. So I always like to have a little mouse hole in the door. And then we've got a step. I think that was a bit dark. Never mind, we'll see. I've done this once, but I should be getting better with my right hand. I should be after 6 weeks anyway. So I want a shadow, but again, I don't want a strong shadow, so I'm going to put that to there and make it very pale. So when I do this, again, that was too much. I don't think Alfie's seen a thunderstorm either, so... Oh my goodness me. No, at least we know that the studio does... At least we know the studio doesn't leak, hopefully. So in a few days' time, these guys are going to come and do my conservatory, so that would be nice. Again, I haven't decided what I'm doing with my toadstool at the minute. Messing about with colour. And I need to go back on my drawing one. Oh, okay then. So I'm going to put here. So again, I like Medibank. I've only played with it a couple of times. I've forgotten about it. And to find everything you need, you really have to give yourself a good play.
Molly's here.
There we are. So I'm having a bit of a building up some colours, and it's completely different to normally working with my mushrooms. So again, I kind of like that. Oh, can you hear the rain, guys? Yeah, we're not used to rain like that. Yeah, I'm going to wash all the butterflies away. Again, just and it automatically saves your works. That's quite good. Now, I did find an old photograph of some mushrooms that I took down the garden quite a long time ago, and I kind of like them, so I thought I'd have a look. Hello, Bungle. Bungle. Psst, psst, psst. Hello, darling. What's this? It's your favourite thing. It's a pencil, but it's an Apple pencil. There's our Bungle. Let's see if I can pick him up. Come on, then. Oh, he's beautiful. Hello, darling. This is our Bungles. Mummy, I'm not going to poke your nose. I'm not going to poke your nose. This is your favourite thing when you used to play. He doesn't like my hand straps. He's getting a big boy now. Hello, Bungles. It's Bungles. You have a look at your nose. Let's have a look at your nose. He's getting a big boy now. He's our Bungle. Here's Bungle. He's upside down. He's beautiful and he's fluffy. He's fluffy. He says, "Don't touch me, Mummy." He's such a big boy now. You're not a baby anymore, are you? But he loves his blankie. Whose is this? Is your blankie? His blankie. Can't resist his blankie. Can't resist it. Look, there he goes. My blankie, Mummy. My blankie, Mummy. He's getting huge. There he is. He's our Bungle. But he loves his blankie. Golly gumdrops. The world's gone mad. Has he not, Bungle? Yes, Auntie Susie says she loves the Bungle too. We love the Bungle too. So really quickly, so I've had a bit of a play with that. I kind of like it. You can do all sorts with it. I'm working in acrylics. If you tap on the palette, I haven't done the palette on this one because I'm just having a play. Sorry, bungle hairs are now everywhere. There's quite a few different brushes. And of course, because this is, you can't do this on this board here, but on here, you can use your fingers unless you've got palm rejection on. So we've got brushes, so you can go on the different brush settings. We can tap on the brush. So we've got pencils. We've got pens, G pens, mapping pens, edge pens, stipple pens, sumi, watercolor, watercolor wet, acrylic, airbrush, blur, smudge, sparkle brush, don't know what that one is, rotation, symmetry, eraser soft, and eraser. Well, I'm just using the eraser up here. And there's lots of other things you can do. And there's another one that you can do that if you have what they call the perfect buttonhole. So say the door was perfect, but it was in the wrong place. I could draw around it, and I don't know which one it is. It could be that one. Select the pen tool to allow, and you can draw around something, and then you can move it if you need to move it somewhere. I can't remember where that is, but I think that's on Medibank, and it's definitely in Painter, because that's why I wanted Painter. So I've just been having a bit of a play with my little mushrooms. But Medibank is good because it's free. And again, I'm a tight Yorkshire lass. I like that. I think you can get rid of this if you wanted to, but I like the fact it's here. It's also there. So you could have your finger and tap back if you wanted, draw, tap back. I just happen to just want to tap. So it's however you want to use it. So really quickly, let's have a quick look at the kitten. I probably will be drawing. Oh, this was Alfie. Alfie, she had a strawberry, and isn't she pretty, Samantha? So I'm going to draw Samantha, but of course Alfie's looking at the strawberry stalk. I think I'm going to paint that painting. I think I'm going to click. If you hold the button and the on and off switch, it will take a photograph for you. Click done, save painting, and it's in there somewhere. So I think I'm going to paint that one. Alfie's quite cute on lots of them. It's quite. He was definitely trying to get the strawberry. He was getting the strawberry. This is Alfie with his balls all lined up, all his toys, and he was still barking because he wanted one of his other ones. It wasn't the one he wanted. So he's very spoiled, Suzanne. And again, that's the one. These are his tennis balls. He completely trashes into tiny bits. He was still barking. He's got that green one, but he wanted the blue one. Then he was barking for his old bit of tennis balls. He has about 6 tennis balls all on the go, and he wants them all in a row. He didn't have his yellow one there. Look, he's terrible. Then he has a red one that you and a blue one that you can put peanut butter in. So yeah, he's a spoilt boy. He's a spoilt boy. This was one of the photographs. He must have fallen asleep in the weighing tray. That's the little girl with all her markings under her chin. These are some of the pictures with the kittens from the RSPCA. So I showed these earlier. And then we have this little boy here. I'm doing some self-portraits at the minute. So this is the clan. And I'm trying to find this video, but they wouldn't let me put it on. But Dexter licked, is Samantha's dog. So Dexter licked, Amy, sorry. Alfie licked Samantha, and then Piggles turned around. I'm not licking anybody, but she yawned. And when she was yawning, she's scaring him. So there's a video out of Piggles. She does this and she yawns, and it's so funny. It's such a funny video. but I just can't find it at the moment. So I'll see if I can find that. So we've got a couple of pictures of Alfie that we want to show. And then we've got, and we're getting, well, hubby doesn't know we're getting a new fur baby, but we're getting a new fur baby because this little man, oh no, it's after the kitten. Sorry, guys. So we took all the photographs with the kittens. I don't know if you saw the video of the kittens. Oh, I just the videos of the albums. This was the kittens playing. So I'll turn it that way. We can see. These are the kittens all having a play. Piggles. Yes, that's my youngest. That's Samantha, the young lady that was talking. She's the one, the animal girl. So these kittens, I just love the fact his little bottom sticking in the air, but he gets in the basket. So I've put this one, I've split it up and it's in on YouTube. So this is what I was doing yesterday. It's playing with kittens, and there's 6 of them. And I was trying to get some nice photographs of them. So we managed to get some photos. But when this kitten was doing this, I was very frightened. I thought this kitten was having a bit of a moment. He was asleep, and she woke him up playing with him. Then the other little one was asleep here, and he's biting his tail. Biting his tail. And that wasn't good. And there was just 2 asleep up there. So this is what I do on a Friday, on a Wednesday, is I play with kittens. Yes, there's 2 up there, 2 there, 1 there, and 1 asleep. But when this was going on, I was really worried. And I was watching this kitten, and I suddenly thought, this kitten's having a little dicky fit. If you watch this kitten, it's really weird what he's doing. And I was watching him thinking, there's something wrong with this kitten. He's got something, he's not well. He's just doing this weird thing, and he kept doing it. And I kept thinking, there's something really wrong with him, and I couldn't work out what was wrong. It wasn't a speck of dust. It wasn't a bit of this. It wasn't a fly. It wasn't a spider. And then all of a sudden I realized he's trying to catch his shadow. So he's trying to catch his shadow. But if you really didn't know what he was doing, you'd be very frightened. But he's trying to catch his shadow. Isn't that so sweet? He's desperately trying to catch his shadow. And then when he turns around, it disappears. And you just can't work out why he can't catch it. And then, of course, all the others were having a spot of lunch with Mummy. Little one up here, look at him having a snuggle, and then these 2. But he's definitely, I was really worried about him, and then I realized what he was doing. He was trying to catch his shadow. And he was looking for his shadow as well. But I thought that was really cute. But when you first see him, you think there's something wrong with them, what they're doing. I love that. This is what I do all day. I play with kittens. So I love that little bit because it took me ages to decide what he was doing. And he was playing with kittens. But we have a little man here. I thought she said she'd taken the iPad. She said she'd take the iPad. So this little man here is not Bungle. This little man he's got fur sticking out of his ears. He is the spit of Bungle. And he's only young. He's about as young as Bungle. But he has a wee problem and nobody wants him. So if we find out that Bungle isn't contagious, and that's another pussycat that's looking for a home, that's the little girl. That's the little girl. But this is Bungle 2.0. So Bungle has a tittle problem, but nobody wants him. So he's probably going to end up here because if you can't rehome him, the alternative isn't pleasant, shall we say. Oopsie. So I've done a little bit in Art Rage as well. Did a couple of strawberries. And the only other one that I liked, which I do like Procreate for sketching, I did like the pencil, was this one. I've done two actually, but this one I might actually, I can't do that today. So I did like the lovely way you can manipulate the pencil like a graphite. And if you were doing this with an ordinary pencil, you'd end up with it everywhere. So that really works quite well, especially on your iPad, because you can play with oils and acrylics and charcoal, and you can do that okay. What was, oh my goodness, the king? Oh, sorry, Dan, I missed that. I missed that. So I've got one or two things going off, and I say I do like Procreate. I've put lots of things in there that I can use. So thanks for stopping by, guys. I hope you have a pleasant afternoon. I'm going to have to call it a day because I need some painkillers, and I'm not really compos mentis. Well, it's bad enough anyway, but really don't want me waffling. So I can't move my thumbs. I can't move the wrist because you've got a metal bar here and a metal bar here. So watch this space. So I will be doing digital. Even if I have to use my mouth, I will be using digital. So I'll still be painting. But hopefully we'll know better next week. But I hope to goodness they don't put pots on because this weather, it would be unbearable. So thanks, guys. Have a wonderful afternoon. I will see you next Thursday for Live Thursday if I don't get a chance to do any others. So thanks for stopping by, guys. Have a wonderful day. Oh, thanks, Suzanne. Yes, and the same to you and your babies.